Hello tennis guys and welcome to my channel. So it is a blade time once again, and in this video I will be talking about the specifications and new technologies that come with the new blade version 9. I already talked about these rackets in my diary uncensored, in my review diary uncensored, which was pretty popular, I have to say, and I believe you guys like this type of content. When I just talk about these rackets, I don't edit the video, and you can see me hitting with these rackets without editing. Not all the shots are perfect, there are mistakes, and that's what is natural, right? We are making mistakes, everyone makes mistakes, and you can see how I hit, how I perform with these rackets for the very first time. So if you didn't watch this video, I highly recommend it, because I believe you can learn some good and unique things from this raw review diary uncensored. But now let's talk about the new blades. I'm here on the official Wilson website, so you can browse this info for yourself. It's not a secret, it's easy to find. And let's start with I will start with the best of the best, of course. So here's the Blade 98 18 by 20, and there will be some interesting info that I kind of recognized, or I kind of learned when I was adding these rackets to the Sportega system, to the Sportega store. So I already finished my copywriting stuff, so I filled the profiles of these rackets on the Sportega store with the new tag, with the info about the rackets, and I noticed that not all the rackets have the same technologies in them. So not in the whole line of the rackets of the new blades is the same tech, which kind of, you know, if you don't read about it, or if no one tells you about it, you will probably not know. So you will think like all the blades are made with the same tech, with the same graphite, but no. Only the best models are made with the best technologies, and let's say lower models, the lighter models, have some limited technology support, let's say. So let's talk about the Blade 98. Obviously the design, I like the design. I like it a little bit more than with the V8, which was let's say, it was unusual, it was bold, it was vivid. But this time we have this design, this darker design, and it's called, I believe, emerald green. Let's read about it. Design, dynamic emerald night green. Okay, I will show you it right here. I hope you can read it. Dynamic emerald night green matte finish with pops of orange complement the sharp responses of the frame, right? I like it. I have to say the design is really nice, and although it's matte, it also kind of feels a little bit, let's say, glossy compared to, let's say, the rubbery finish of the head speeds. So the racket slides nicely in your hand, nothing really that bothers you or sticks to your hand, nothing that will let's say get dirty easily. And what else we have that applies for all the rackets? We have the upgrades in the bumper. So the bumper, latest bumper and grommet design is easier to apply, it's more durable and fits the racket smoother. I like this approach. They are trying to make the racket a little bit more customizable, easier customizable, or not customizable, but you know, the grommets, we don't really care too much about the grommets, most of the people, and including myself, but the grommets they go through a really hard time on the court, and after millions shots, they are beaten to death. And the elasticity of the grommets, when the elasticity is not there, they break, and when they break, you can hear some harsh noises from the coming out from the frame, from the racket, and that's obviously not good. It can harm the strings too, so it's good to change the grommets at least in a few years. Now, innovations, updated features and composition improve stability to produce a more connected to the ball feel. Yes, that's the usual stuff nowadays these companies are feeding us with, but from what I have learned from these rackets during my play test, my early play test, my first 2 hours, I need to say the connection to the ball is very nice. It's very natural. It's soft, yet the racket has, I would say, natural response, natural feedback. I like the dwell time of the ball that is staying on the strings just a little bit longer, so you know when and where you are hitting the ball. So that's something I like. And of course, this is the 18x20 string pattern version, so you can get the best precision and enhanced feel from it. And I love this version. The more I play with the 18x20 rackets later, let's say, months, I need to say I like the 18x20 string pattern because it gives me just more control, more confidence. I can swing as fast as possible, and it is also needed to swing these rackets as fast as possible. And I like that because then the shots are kind of more predictable and you have better control over them. Smaller head enhances precision and provides crisp feel, of course. And the blade benefit overall is the feel and control. Yes, so the feel and control of the blade series is great. It is really a combination of these two sensations that make this blade series one of the most favorite overall. So now let's move to the tech. I will delete this. So the technology is it is similar to the previous one, to the version 8, but some of it is new. So of course we have the parallel drilling. So the grommet constructions provides a consistent, more forgiving string bed response while dramatically increasing the sweet spot. So that's something that has been there for many years, also for the other series. Then there is the 45 technology. Of course, it's the, as you can read, the patented protected frame layup produces more connected to the ball feel while better complementing the more modern vertical swing path. Material increases both flexibility and stability without compromise through the swing. So the 45, it's the way the graphite is laid up under angle of 45 degrees. It is something that Wilson has been fiddling with for the last couple of years. I believe the 45 tech was there firstly with the first generation of Clash rackets, but I believe it was there also previously, but with another name, or maybe it was some kind of hidden. We all know that the braid 45, for example, that is used in the Pro Staff series, it is the similar thing, I believe, but with just a different name. And here comes something that is unique for the best versions, for the 98s, both 98s and maybe the 100, but we will see. It is made, the frame is made of, come on, switch, of this braided graphite and basalt. and this is the elastic and reactive material. Elastic and reactive material combination improves the flex of a racket to increase ball contact with the strings for enhanced feel and greater control. The other lower degree, let's say rackets, the lighter rackets, they don't have this braided graphite plus basalt feature. They are made of, let's say, standard graphite, not the braided graphite plus basalt. So that's something that is unique only for the top rackets. Now, the top grip taper, it was there with the previous generation. Tapered grip tapered grip lends better feel for top-handed grip placement on two-handed backhand. Of course, for two-handed backhand players, this will give you the overall better feel, because you know when you hold a racket with both of the hands, it's always a little bit tricky with the shape of the grip and with the ending of the grip. So this kind of enhances the better feel for both of the hands, not only for one of the hand. And now there is the direct connect technology. The direct connect technology has been also, I believe, there with the previous generation. So it's the carbon fiber handle that extends to directly connect with the end cap for improved feel and enhanced torsional stability. So this can also help the overall feel of the racket, that feels now more complete, more solid, like a one piece racket without any additional, let's say, parts that can somehow move separately during the swing and that can also create some vibration. So this carbon fiber handle extends directly with the end cap, so it makes the racket overall feel more solid and more complete. And now the new thing, the new kid on the block. I believe the StableFeel is the brand new thing that wasn't here before. So the new blade technology that provides an enhanced, firmer feel that increases stability and creates a more connected to the ball feel. So once again, this phrase is repeating through all of these, or most of these technologies, more connected to the ball feel, and so on and so on. Designed with avid players in mind, this sharper blade is ideal for those seeking to improve their game. I have to say, I would love to hear from Wilson a more detailed and more advanced description of these technologies, and maybe some pictures, maybe some numbers, like for example when Yonex does it. Yonex provides you more details, you kind of know what has changed there, why, and so on. What was the process? They show you some percentage compared with the previous versions. What has improved? How has it improved? The impact on it, and so on. So this is some generous, talking. And what does it tell you? Just, okay, the racket should feel stable and more sharp. So the feedback should be sharper, stable, yet the comfort is the same or better even. So yeah. So from my testing, I really like that the rackets are stable yet firm, kind of comfortable, kind of complete, and I don't really, in this situation, I don't really need to know actually what the StableFeel is, but it would be a little bit better if we have the opportunity to kind of more understand where the changes come from, because StableFeel Direct Connect 45 you know, parallel drilling and so on. It all sounds nice, but I would love to really kind of imagine what is the difference really from the previous version, because most people find out only after you actually hit with the racket. You can't imagine what has really changed through these short descriptions. So the specs, we have the specs, of course, for the 98 18 by 20. So the head size 632, so it's the 98, of course. Length 68.58, 18 by 20. Unstrung balance 320. What do we have here? I already told you the weight, of course, 305 gram, and the taper system, the beam is 20.6 millimeters. Some websites show 21 millimeters, but I believe it is good when you know exact taper system, because the 20.6 is really nice and slimmy. The racket is super thin. I like that it's super fast. The frame flies through the air very fast, very aerodynamic, very nice look, and very sharp as blade, of course. Now let's take a look at the swing weight of this high-end blade. And according to Tennis Warehouse, it is 330, and the RA is 60, just 60. So very flexible, but yet the racket feels kind of complete, feels very stable, and the swing weight 330 is high, yet it is manageable, and I like that racket a lot. Now I will go through the rackets now faster, because we all know the technology that is the same for the 16 by 19 version, the 98 16 by 19. Only the string pattern is different, obviously. And if this showed also on the swing weight, it kind of should be a little bit lower, of course, with strings. I would say about 326, maybe 328. And according to Tennis Warehouse, it is 324, and the RA, the stiffness, is 62, so the racket should be a little bit stiffer. But I believe this really comes from from racket to racket, right? So the base stiffness should be kind of the same. I don't know what is the stiffness number from Wilson themselves, what they really say about the rackets, because they don't show the stiffness on the website, which is also a number that should be there, but they don't show it. But let's say both rackets are around 60-62 RA. Now let's jump to the Blade 98S, the spin version. It's good to have this spin puppy there. So as you can see, I think that there is less of the tech compared to these versions. Let's go through it. So parallel drilling is there, like with the 98 version. But as you can see, when I'm switching through the versions, there is not the 45. So the 45 technology, which is with the 98 16 by 19 and 98 18 by 20, isn't there with this 98S. The braided graphite basalt is there. That's good. The top grip taper is also not there. Top grip taper is also not there. The direct connect is there, and the StableFeel is also there. So as you can see, not all the rackets are made with the same technology. The biggest difference, of course, for this version is the 18 by 16 string pattern. So it's the most open string pattern that produces extreme spin, and of course it will produce also an extra amount of free energy. The frame, the frame should be also lighter, I believe. Yes, it's just 295 gram, just 295, so full 10 gram lighter. The taper system is the same, 20.6, and the unstrung balance is a little bit more into the head, of course, because of the lower overall weight of the racket. And now let's jump to the swing weight. And I believe this racket should have swing weight of around 315 up to 322 maybe. We will see. Where is the blade? Sorry guys, I need to switch. The blade 98S. Oh, specs coming soon, so we will have to wait for the specs on the Tennis Warehouse website. But I think that this should be a I would say sub 320 swing weight. So nicely maneuverable, fast racket, really huge spin potential, good for the juniors, good for women, maybe good for some intermediate or lower intermediate men. Yeah, just a fun racket to hit with. Now let's go for the classic, let's say the classic Blade 100. The classic Blade 100, just fantastic. I've hit with it also. You can see it in the video, in the diary review, uncensored. Great racket, and as you can see, when I compare it with the 98s, here are the 98 specs and technologies. There is also not present the braided graphite. So there is the braided graphite for the 98, and there is not. Other technology should remain the same. I will count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So other technology is the same, but the braided graphite plus basalt is not present there. So it's a less premium tennis racket, the 100. And do we like this? Do we like this, guys? Not sure. Not sure. I don't really like that, because the 100 should be also a very solid racket for the intermediate, even upper intermediate players, or very good club players, or good club players, juniors, competitive women. And why not use this graphite and braided graphite and basalt? That's a big question for me. So you can expect just, let's say, just a standard graphite in this frame. It's obviously a 100 gram racket. The head size is a 300 gram racket and 100 inches head size. The balance is 320, and the beam is a little bit thicker, 22 millimeters. You can notice that when you put the rackets, the 98 side by side with the 100, but it's not such a, let's say, huge difference. I would say it will give you a little bit more stability and free power, as I also noticed during the play test, that the ball just flies more freely with this racket. I don't need to push myself into the limit with this racket. It's just easy hitting. You don't have to have a very fast swing and long swing as with the 98 versions. You can even have a shorter, yet faster swing, but shorter. So yeah, you can just hit a nice shot, nice long spin shots with this racket, and the sweet spot is also very generous, and it will not let you down. Now the swing weight for this racket, my guess is I felt really easy with the racket, so it can be even 315 or something like that, some 315 or up to 320, let's say. I didn't check, and the stiffness is a little bit higher, I believe 63, maybe 64, not sure. Oh, 322 according to Tennis Warehouse, and 60. So that's not what I felt, let's say. I felt that the racket is easier to hit with than the 322, and I also felt that the stiffness is a little bit higher, not 60. So that's just my opinion. I really don't know how can they maintain, let's say, the same stiffness with a thicker beam, right? The beam is thicker, so it should be stiffer just from the nature, but according to those numbers, it's not. Sorry, let's go back to the rackets. God damn it. Oh, always switching from the... So let's go back to the versions. I need to have open the 98 always. So now I'm at the Blade 100L. It's the lighter brother or sister from the Blade, which is always a very good option for, also for, let's say, weaker men. Also for me, it's a great racket just for hit and run, hit and fun and hit, and for coaching and training. It's a easy racket to use, of course, and as you can see also there is not the braided graphite is there with the 98, but here with the 100L it makes sense. If it is not with the 100, it shouldn't be also with the 100L. So it's just a standard, let's say, graphite. And the numbers are as follow. So you can see the head size 645, so 100 inches. Weight 285, so you can customize the racket a little bit to beef up the swing weight, the stability. 330 balance, and 22 millimeters beam, 16 by 19. So a really easy racket for juniors, for women, for someone who has maybe just begun his tennis journey, but want to have a really good stick right from the start. So you can really pick up this racket and have a nice starting point with this racket. This racket will kind of a little bit grow with you, so you don't have to change the racket as fast as with the even lighter versions. Sorry, I need to drink something. And I feel a little bit cold from my job, so I have a little bit of this, coughing problem. And the swing weight for this lighter 100, yeah, I think it should be around 310 even, not higher. So look at that, just 303, but the stiffness got up. Wait, is this the correct frame? No, it's the 100L. Sorry, yeah, I'm at the wrong racket. Where is the 100L at the Tennis Warehouse? Is here, sorry. So the 100L 308, so I was close, and the stiffness is 69. That's a high stiffness. I didn't expect that. It's so high. So 69, and the beam is still just 22 millimeters, but the stiffness is really high for this type of racket. Maybe it's just this one racket they measured, or a few of the rackets, but I know they measure it from many versions or many models, and then they make the average, let's say, number. So the stiffness is really high for this blade racket, so quite unusual, but that will give you some extra free power, so you can really feel that this racket is filled with free power and good stability. Now back to the rackets with the 100L. Now we have the 100L, which is also quite popular with players that are beginning their journey, because this racket, what? Wait. So this is a 275 gram racket, and this one has the braided graphite and basalt. Really? Or is it a mistake on the Wilson website? I don't get this. This is unusual. So as you can see, there is the parallel drilling, braided graphite and basalt. There is not the 45. There is the direct connect and StableFeel. There is not the top grip taper. The racket is 275 gram heavy, 23 millimeters beam. Unstrung balance is 330 millimeters. It's a 16 by 20 string pattern, and the head size is a little bit bigger, 101 inches or 651 square centimeters. So 16 by 20, very unique string pattern for this lighter racket. Is the question, why don't they have make the blade, heavier blade with 16 by 20? Let's say the 100 version with 16 by 20. That would be really interesting. Okay. Now let's move to the specs on the Tennis Warehouse website. I already was there previously, which was a wrong racket at that time, but here I am again. So 303 swing weight, 68 stiffness. Once again, stiffness is higher. But the beam is thicker, so that's understandable. 303 swing weight, very nice, very low swing weight even for some beginners, pure beginners, let's say amateurs who want to have a very solid racket. The composition, according to Tennis Warehouse website, is graphite. According to the official website, it is not only the graphite, it's also the braided graphite and the basalt. I don't get this. Is there a mistake on the website? Guys, come on. Do it properly. Do the info properly. I don't get this. There is not the here. Now I'm at the version. There is not the 45. Was there the 45 with the 100L? Yes, 100L has the 45 tech. Interesting. I'm a little bit confused. Anyway, let's move to the last racket on the list. There, it's the Blade 100 version 9. And guys, I have 100 version 7. I believe it's a 100. Well, sorry, 100. No, I have. What was the version of the Serena Williams autograph? Was it 104 or 102? I believe 104 Serena Williams. I have that racket at home, brand new. I have it for almost now 2 years. I bought it for insanely low money for such a high spec racket, Serena Williams autograph, and I'm yet to test it. I'm yet to show you the racket is the racket with the highest swing weight, because it's a longer racket. It should have swing weight of 340, so something like that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But I'm kind of, you know, a little bit scared of the racket, because, you know, Serena played with the racket and she had some crazy amount of power, super muscular women that, you know, that could do some damage even on some high level male players. So yeah. Okay, we have the 104 version 9. So this racket is really for someone who wants to destroy their opponent with insanely high velocity balls with an oversized head that provides you super large sweet spot. And you know, when you look at the specs, it's full. It's a full throttle racket with full specs, full technology. Everything is there, like with the 98 versions, and this racket is a beast. So the 104 inches, obviously the head size is extra big. It's 671 centimeters. So, oh, what happened? So it's from the era when Andre Agassi also played with an oversized head racket with the, was it Radical? I believe it was the Radical. I have the replica at home. And the length is 698.5 millimeters, so 27.5 inches. The beam is 22 millimeters, so not too wider, not too thicker. Balance is 320 and just 320, and the weight is just, let's say, just 290. But of course, with the extra length, it will translate into a quite high swing weight, right? Because, you know, the racket is longer, so the swing will be will have a higher, let's say, velocity when you move the racket, and the racket will just fly. Okay, and I think the swing weight for this racket is 334, let's say. What? Just 311? Okay, maybe it's, yeah, it's the balance. The balance is just 320. So that makes sense. The balance is just 320 and the weight is 290. But with the Serena Williams autograph, I think it was different. Let me check the frame. I have it here. I need to jump for it. I can already see. Okay, guys, everything wrong with my assumption, with my assessment. So the Serena blade autograph was 102 inches. So the head size was a little bit smaller. The weight, where are the specs on the frame or not? For this racket. Okay, the weight for this racket is 306 gram. And the balance is 330 millimeters, and it's 18 by 19 string pattern. So, and the length is 28 inches, 71.1 centimeters, and the head size 102 inches and 658 square centimeters. So it's a completely different racket. Sorry, I was mistaken. But yeah, this racket looks crazy, absolutely crazy. Wow, the handle, the grip is so long. Wow, I need to swing with this racket. I need to try it. So okay, so this 104 inch version is a completely different racket. That's why the swing weight is also just 311 and the stiffness is just 64. So it's a medium stiff racket, but anyway, it will be good for I would say also for senior players, the bigger head size will give you also more more security. You will feel secure. You will have more place where to hit the ball, how to hit the ball. The longer frame, of course, will give you this reach, this extra reach to the ball. So it might be a good racket for seniors and all kind of amateurs. And I like that it is filled with the tech. And even I can see that there is this double hose technology. Increased string flex yields a larger sweet spot and produces longer dwell time on the string bed. So also the double hose technology was there also for the previous generations of other Wilson tennis rackets, and it is there. It is the only Blade version 9 racket that has these double holes for this extra large sweet spot. It makes sense. This racket is meant to be for people who are yet not really confident to hit always the ball in the sweet spot. And there should be also the ultralight, but it is not present on the Wilson website. I don't know why they do this. If it is on the Tennis Warehouse website, why it is not on the official Wilson website? Once again, just I don't understand this. But anyway, we can read about the ultralight 100. We can see the specs, of course. So 100 inches head size, unstrung balance is 335, weight unstrung is 265, so it's a very light racket. I hit with the ultralight version 8, and also it felt great, super easy for coaching. Your arm never gets tired because the swing weight is just 304. The stiffness yet is 65. That's my beloved sweet spot of the stiffness. So it will give you flexibility, but it will give you stability. It will give you the power, and it will give you also, I would say, better, a little bit crisper, sharper response. And the beam is just 22 millimeters all over. So this might be a really great racket for the juniors who are transitioning from the junior rackets to their first adult length racket. And that's it, guys. That's my view on the new blades in terms of the technology and specifications. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm always trying to improvise. Nothing is prepared. Nothing is, it's not advertising at all. It's just how I feel about these rackets. And if you want to support my channel, you can do it by doing 3 things. You can click the Super Thanks button. You can go to the Buy Me a Coffee platform and buy me a coffee. And you can support my channel via the PayPal option. And all these 3 options will give you the opportunity to ask me a question. And if you ask me a question and it is a supporter's question, right, it is guaranteed I will give you my best answer to that question as possible, because it's not in my let's say power to really answer all the questions that are on my channel right now. There are more and more questions, and at some point I'm overwhelmed with those questions, and I'm sadly not able to answer all of them. But if it comes from a supporter, it is my duty to give you something back, to give you my time back if you support my channel. And also it helps me to go further and to stay motivated doing this Tennis Guys channel in my free time. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, enjoy tennis, play tennis every time, every day, and As always, don't forget to enjoy the manooovrlbity. Bye, guys.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line!